Ugh. This is this is a video I definitely didn't plan on making, nor is it a video I hope any of you ever have to make. If you saw my last video, then this video is kind of ironic and untimely. In the last video, I talk about legacy and how difficult it can be to build a legacy in your 40s and 50s, both emotionally, more or less emotionally, and physically, like all the time that's spent into it. Like, it's to get really, really good at something, it takes roughly about 10,000 hours, which equates to about a decade. And so if you are not something amazing by the time you're 45, you start to feel like, will you ever be amazing? And that is a very difficult thing to reconcile. But in some ways, it also is motivational. We see it as like a challenge, like, okay, if there are other people that in their 50s start a business and become very successful, like, that's motivating. And why is this video untimely? Well, 36 hours after releasing that video, I was in jiu-jitsu, light roll, doing things I do all the time. I was in turtle position, which is just on, like, you're crunched up into a little ball on the floor and you're very defensive. And I was making sure a guy couldn't come around me. And as I turned from turtle position, my knee popped. MCL. And at the time, it didn't hurt, but the pop I knew was not like, oh, this is just like a tendon flopping over a bony structure. This is like an actual tendon and or ligament going. And for a person that's probably rolled 8 times in the last like many, many months, and 4 out of those 8 times, maybe 5, coming away with injuries is really disheartening. I've hurt my neck twice. I guess it's 4 because I basically broke my big toe on Sunday, which was just 5 days ago. And then last night, tore my MCL. Very, very frustrating. I am grateful though, because it could be much worse. In the scale of injuries, having a knee injury isn't so bad. And having a grade 1 MCL tear is like the lowest on the totem pole of severity when it comes to knee injuries. I'll be all right. No surgery needed or anything like that, but I'm gonna be down for a little while. It adds up. It's starting to get annoying. I could have done ACL, LCL, PCL. I could have had, a grade 3. But instead, grade 1, which means I'm not gonna be in surgery, which is nice. Just got to wear a brace, but I am out 6 to 8 weeks. And this got me thinking. I've had this thought before, and it goes against what we are normally taught, what is normally romanticized here in the American culture, which is grit, determination, perseverance, resilience, persistence. Many of us look at these things, these road bumps, as just that. They are road bumps. We see these inconveniences as a way the universe is testing us to see just how bad we want this thing. For me, black belt, brown belt. I mean, I'm purple belt. I've been a purple belt way too long, but that's because I've been injured. Half of my purple belt life has been off the mat, injured, which sucks. I really want to get my brown belt. I really want to get my black belt. It takes about 10 years, 8 to 10 years to get a black belt. I'm gonna go on like 14 because 3 of those have been, on the injured list. And so when an injury pops up like this, it makes me wonder, like, is this the universe testing me to see what I really want? Or is this the universe actually nudging me, being like, hey man, like, maybe we should just call it quits on this? Which is very different, again, than what we are taught, what is like idolized here in America. It's like, it's go, go, go. Like, don't be a pussy. Harden the F up, right? Cowboy up and get after it. And like I said, I've had so many of these that I'm just like, it's hard. It's getting harder and harder to get after it. I would like to, but is it possible that the universe isn't being like, how bad do you want it? Is it possible that the universe is like, hey man, like how many little nudges do you need to receive to know that like it's okay to like hang it up? And these things, you know, when they're minor, they're not that bad, but when they start adding up like this, it does affect my life. Again, if I was 20, this might not be that big of a deal. But now that I'm 40 and I got a kid and I got a wife and I got a job and I've got things to do and responsibilities, this is now impacting my life in a really big way. Even though this one is considered minor, this is a pretty big deal. I'm off of it for 6 to 8 weeks. Not only that, I just can't enjoy the things I would normally enjoy doing. I'd love to go play volleyball this Sunday. I would love to get back into jujitsu. I would love to go for a really long hike. I can't do any of that. I'm in PT doing normal, dumb PT things. I'm very grateful that my upper body works just fine. But I go in and I sit on a spin bike and I spin for a half an hour. Or I do these really weird exercises where I go heel to toe, heel to toe. This is the PT that I'm doing. Putting my heel down and coming up onto my toe. That's it. Just working on proprioception, motor control. Can I do this without wobbling? And I got to do like 100 of these. And that's about all I got in the tank. So why am I making this video? One, to ask you the question, like, when is the right time to quit? Is there a right time to quit? I would love to know. This is not a video for me to give you advice. I'm not the universe nudging you here. I'm asking you, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Is there an okay time to quit? Do you believe in the universe is testing us to see how bad we want it? Or is this one of those cases where it might be the universe nudging us to be like, hey man, maybe we should do something else? What are your thoughts? The other reason I'm making this video is to let you know that 2 of the videos I had planned coming up are definitely going to be impacted because of this. I had some fun ones that were going to be a little more adventure-y. And sucks to say that those are just going to take a lot longer to come out. Like, one was supposed to be out this Friday. This is going to replace that. So the other one will probably go out Tuesday, but it's probably not now. It's probably going to be next Friday and maybe the next Friday after that. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know the current situation. Again, I'm super lucky. I'm super grateful that it's not worse than it is, but it is kind of a bummer. And so because I can't really do much of anything, I had to get crazy and add a second camera. Anyway, and I shot it in black and white because, like, why the hell not? It's a depressing video. Let's shoot it in black and white and give it some mood. If you got any questions for me, if you would like to see more on MCL rehabs, that's like something you would like to see in the future, please let me know. I will do my best to answer all of your questions. But thanks again for watching. For everybody that's reached out over social media, because I've already posted the MCL Tear on my Instagram story. I had a bunch of people reach out, and it was just really kind of you. Thank you. I will see you later. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.